Have you ever walked past a small shop and thought, how is this place still open? Now imagine this. A tiny business with almost no advertising budget, no famous investors, and no viral celebrity endorsement suddenly starts attracting customers from across the country. Orders begin arriving while the owner is asleep. Competitors who once ignored the business begin copying everything it does, and within months, that struggling venture becomes one of the most talked about local brands online. What changed? It wasn't luck. It wasn't a miracle. It was a series of practical online marketing decisions that almost anyone could make, but almost nobody notices until it's too late. The surprising part is that the owner nearly gave up just 3 days before everything started to change. Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you may never look at online marketing the same way again. The beginning, a shop that was quiet every day. Emma Parker owned a small, handcrafted home decor business in a quiet town outside Manchester. She had spent 5 years creating beautiful candles, ceramic planters, and custom gift boxes. Friends loved her products. Family members constantly told her, "You're so talented, this should be everywhere." But talent was not paying the rent. Most days, Emma would unlock her tiny shop at 9 a.m., arrange the products carefully, and wait. Sometimes an hour would pass without a single customer. Then another hour. The silence became unbearable. Every evening she would check her sales spreadsheet and watch the numbers barely move. She had tried posting on social media occasionally. She had boosted a few posts. She had printed flyers and even offered discounts. Nothing seemed to work. One rainy Tuesday evening, after paying suppliers and utilities, Emma looked at her bank account and realized she had enough money left for less than 1 month of business expenses. For the first time, she whispered the words she had been avoiding. Maybe this business isn't meant to survive. The conversation that changed everything. That weekend, Emma met her old university friend Daniel, who had recently helped several local businesses improve their online presence. When he asked how business was going, Emma smiled politely. "Fine," she lied. Daniel looked at her for a moment. "Show me your website." Emma hesitated before handing over her phone. He scrolled quietly. Then he opened her Instagram page. Then her Facebook page. Then he searched for her business on Google. Finally, he looked up. "Emma, your products aren't the problem." "Then what is?" "People can't fall in love with a business they can't find." That sentence hit harder than any financial report. Daniel continued. "You're trying to sell products. Online, you need to sell a story, a transformation, and a reason to remember you." Emma frowned. "I don't have money for a marketing agency." "Good," Daniel replied. "Because what you need first isn't expensive marketing. You need practical online marketing." Strategy 1. Stop selling products, start solving problems. The next Monday, Emma did something unexpected. Instead of posting a photo of a candle with the caption, "Available now," she created a short video showing a stressed office worker returning home, lighting one of her candles, and transforming a chaotic evening into a calm, relaxing moment. The caption read, "5 minutes of peace after a 12-hour workday." The post received more engagement than anything she had ever shared. People commented, "This is exactly how I feel. I need this tonight. Where can I buy it?" For the first time, Emma realized an important truth. Customers were not buying wax and fragrance. They were buying comfort. They were buying relaxation. They were buying a moment that made life feel better. This became the foundation of everything that followed. Strategy 2. Show the process. Daniel gave Emma another challenge. For the next 30 days, show people how your products are made. Emma resisted. "My workshop is messy." Perfect. Real beats perfect. So she began filming simple behind-the-scenes clips. Pouring wax. Mixing scents. Packing orders by hand. Writing thank you notes. Watching candles cool on wooden shelves. The videos were not professionally edited. Some were filmed on her phone with natural lighting. But people watched them. Again and again. One video showing Emma carefully wrapping a gift box for a customer reached 10 times her usual audience. Why? Because people were not watching a product, they were watching a human being creating something with care. Trust was beginning to grow. The first unexpected win. 2 weeks later, a local lifestyle blogger discovered Emma's behind-the-scenes videos and shared one of them. The next morning, Emma woke up to 12 online orders. 12. It was not hundreds. It was not thousands. But for Emma, it felt impossible. She packed every order herself, smiling through tears she could not explain. Then, something even stranger happened. Several customers who purchased once returned within days to buy gifts for friends and family. Daniel smiled when Emma told him, "That's because your marketing finally gave them a reason to remember you." Strategy 3. Build an email list before you need one. Emma assumed social media was enough. Daniel disagreed. Social platforms can change tomorrow. You need a direct connection with your customers. He helped her create a simple website pop-up. Join our Cozy Corner newsletter and receive a free guide, 7 simple ways to make your home feel more peaceful. Emma thought nobody would subscribe. Within a month, over 400 people joined. Every Friday, she sent a short email. Not a sales pitch. A story. Sometimes about a customer. Sometimes about a new fragrance inspired by a rainy afternoon. Sometimes about her own struggles building the business. The emails felt personal. Customers began replying. They shared photos. They asked questions. They recommended products. Emma was no longer talking to an audience. She was building a community. The mistake that almost ruined everything. Then came the mistake. Encouraged by her recent success, Emma decided to launch 6 new products at once. She spent nearly all her remaining savings on packaging, inventory, and photography. The launch looked beautiful, but sales were disappointing. Her website became cluttered. Customers seemed confused. Which product was the best seller? What was the brand actually known for? Emma panicked. The old fear returned. Had she imagined the progress? Had she been lucky? Daniel visited the shop that evening. He looked around quietly. Then he removed 4 products from the front display. "What are you doing?" Emma asked. "Helping people choose." He pointed to 2 candle collections. "These are the products customers keep talking about. Double down on what works before expanding what doesn't." It sounded almost too simple. But simple was exactly what Emma had been missing. The turning point. Emma redesigned her website around one clear promise: handcrafted products that turn ordinary evenings into moments of calm. Every page reflected that message. Every email supported it. Every social media post reinforced it. Her branding became consistent. Her storytelling became stronger. And then, late one Friday night, something happened that neither Emma nor Daniel expected. An order came in from London. Then another from Edinburgh. Then another from Dublin. By morning, customers from cities she had never visited were buying from her tiny workshop. Emma stared at the screen in disbelief. The business that had once depended on people walking past a small shop window was suddenly reaching people hundreds of miles away. She thought the hardest part was over. She was wrong. Because the next opportunity would force Emma to choose between staying small forever or risking everything she had built. And that decision would change the future of her business in ways she never imagined. The opportunity that felt too big. Emma barely slept that weekend. Orders had arrived from cities she had never visited, and for the first time, her small workshop felt too small. Boxes were stacked against the walls. Shipping labels covered the table. Her phone buzzed constantly with customer messages. Part of her was thrilled. The other part was terrified. On Monday morning, an email arrived that made everything stop. A popular national home lifestyle retailer had discovered her products through social media and wanted to discuss a wholesale partnership. Emma read the email 3 times. This was the opportunity every small business owner dreams about. Larger orders. National exposure. A chance to become a recognized brand. But accepting it could also destroy her business. She did not have the staff. She did not have the production capacity. She barely had enough cash flow to fulfill her current orders. She called Daniel immediately. Should I say yes? He paused before answering. Not yet. Emma was stunned. Not yet? You're being offered growth, he said, but your marketing foundation still needs one more thing. Strategy 4. Turn customers into storytellers. Daniel explained that many businesses chase bigger audiences before strengthening relationships with the people they already have. Your happiest customers are your marketing team, he told her. You just haven't invited them to participate. Emma began something simple. Every package included a handwritten note asking one question. What moment did this product create for you? She encouraged customers to reply by email or post a photo online using a branded hashtag. At first, only a few people responded. Then dozens. Then hundreds. One customer wrote about lighting Emma's candle every evening while recovering from surgery. Another shared a photo of a family dinner made special by the warm atmosphere of her products. A young couple posted a video of opening one of Emma's gift boxes after moving into their first apartment. These were not product reviews. They were life stories. Emma began sharing them with permission across her website, emails, and social media. Sales increased again. But more importantly, something remarkable happened. People began buying not because Emma told them the products were good. They bought because other customers showed them what the products meant. The algorithm changed. Just when everything seemed to be working, disaster arrived without warning. One Monday morning, Emma's social media reach dropped dramatically. Posts that normally reached thousands of people barely reached a few hundred. Engagement collapsed. Orders slowed. Panic spread through the workshop. Emma stared at the analytics dashboard as if it had betrayed her. This is exactly what I was afraid of, she said. Daniel nodded. This is why we built the email list. Emma sent a heartfelt newsletter explaining what had happened. She did not complain. She simply thanked customers for supporting a small independent business and invited them to visit the website directly. The response shocked her. Customers forwarded the email to friends. Past buyers returned. Several people placed orders simply to help the business continue. Emma realized a painful but powerful truth. An audience can disappear overnight. A community stays. Strategy 5. One platform, one purpose. Instead of trying to be everywhere online, Emma simplified everything. Instagram became the place for visual storytelling. Email became the place for deeper connection. Her website became the place where every visitor had one clear path: understand the brand, trust the brand, and make a purchase. She stopped posting randomly. She created a simple weekly rhythm. Monday, behind the scenes. Wednesday, a customer story. Friday, a useful home comfort tip. Sunday, a gentle product feature connected to a real-life moment. Consistency replaced chaos. Her marketing became easier. And strangely, it became more effective. The competitor appears. Across town, another home decor business began copying Emma's content style. Similar videos. Similar captions. Similar packaging. Friends warned her. They're stealing your ideas. Emma felt angry. Months earlier, she would have tried to outpost them, out-discount them, out-advertise them. Instead, Daniel asked a different question. Can they copy your customer stories? Emma thought about the hundreds of messages she had received. The families. The recoveries. The celebrations. The handwritten notes. The community. No, she whispered. Exactly, Daniel said. Marketing tactics can be copied. Genuine relationships cannot. Emma doubled down on authenticity. She shared more real moments, more workshop mistakes, more customer experiences, more of herself. The competitor's content looked polished. Emma's content felt human. Guess which one people remembered? The wholesale decision. 3 months after receiving the retailer's email, Emma was invited to London for a final meeting. This time, she was ready. She brought sales data, customer testimonials, email growth numbers, repeat purchase rates, social proof. She was no longer presenting a small product business. She was presenting a brand with a loyal audience. During the meeting, the retailer asked a question that surprised her. "What makes customers stay with you?" Emma smiled. "We don't just sell home decor. We help people create moments they remember." Silence filled the room. Then the buyer nodded. "That's exactly what we felt when we found your brand." The partnership was approved. The twist no one expected. A year later, Emma was invited to speak at a small business conference in London. Backstage, she looked out at hundreds of entrepreneurs taking notes, networking, and discussing marketing strategies. The organizer introduced her as an online branding success story. Emma almost laughed, because she remembered the rainy Tuesday evening when she had nearly closed her shop forever. When she stepped onto the stage, she did not begin with revenue numbers. She did not begin with followers. She did not begin with advertising budgets. She began with one sentence: "People can't fall in love with a business they can't find." The audience became completely silent. Then she told the entire story. The empty shop. The fear. The behind-the-scenes videos. The email list. The customer stories. The algorithm collapse. The community that carried the business through uncertainty. By the end of the talk, dozens of entrepreneurs were crying quietly in their seats. Not because Emma had become wealthy, but because they saw themselves in her. The real lesson. If you remember only one thing from this story, remember this. Practical online marketing is not about chasing every trend. It is not about having the biggest budget. It is not about posting every hour. It is about helping the right people discover your business, trust your business, remember your business, and feel connected to it long after they make a purchase. Emma's transformation came from simple actions repeated consistently. Tell stories instead of listing products. Show the process. Build an email list. Let customers become storytellers. Focus each platform on a clear purpose. Stay authentic when competitors copy you. Build a community, not just an audience. That is how a struggling small venture became a memorable brand. And perhaps the most surprising part of all, Emma still writes a handwritten note in every order she sends. Because she never forgot that behind every click, every email, and every purchase is a real person looking for something meaningful. Final call to action. If this story inspired you or reminded you of your own business journey, take a moment to like this video, share it with another entrepreneur, and tell me in the comments which marketing lesson resonated with you the most. And if you want more powerful business stories and practical marketing strategies that can help you grow your brand, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the next story. Because the next small business success story we tell here could be yours.